What's up, my fellow Cheeto lovers? I don't know why I said that. I'm actually going to be cooking today because what's more authentic than cooking whilst you're making a video? So today's topic, they are going to talk about you. They are. Everyone always will. Doesn't matter if it's your sister, your brother, your friend, your family. They will talk about you. Whether that's in a good position, bad position, or out of curiosity, or something else. Now, why does this matter? Why does it matter that they are going to talk about you, right? So, you're sitting here thinking, oh, nobody's talking about me. I'm okay. They are. They are. You just don't know it. And here's what I'm going to tell you to do. You're gonna act like you don't care. And I'm not talking about hiding it. I'm talking about truly starting to start not caring about it. Because they always will. What's the point? Are you gonna always fucking worry? No. Like, come on. The best way to do it is to just think, okay, well, this person is talking about me. I can be the better person and just don't care. Why are they talking about you? Most people will talk about you because they are jealous. Whether you got good looks, whether you got something they want, whether they would have made themselves feel better because you're in a shit situation. People will always talk about you. It's all about the art of letting go. Now, I am sitting here with my undivided attention of 23 years, right? Oh my god, that's so young. How can you talk about letting go so young? Because you need to. It will eat you up. So, here's the deal. When you let go, these voices, they're not going to disappear. They're going to be there still. But you know what changes? That here. Your heart, your brain, you're like, suddenly, when they talk, you're not like, oh, I'm worthless. Suddenly, when they talk, you're just like, I'm living my life. I'm having fun. You know? How did I start to not care? Let's have a little look. It started back in, I would say 2021, maybe 2020, because there's always a pattern. There's always a pattern. When you let everyone else think for you, you're gonna spiral. You're gonna spiral and sit there thinking, I'm just living my life, I'm not even enjoying it, they think I'm shit. Who cares if they think your life is shit? Unless they're an actual valuable person, like a long-term partner that is trying to help you, which is very rare, by the way. We live in a society that doesn't talk to each other, right? It's very sad. It's very sad. I don't go talking out with anybody on the street. I gotten better at this. I got a little bit more confident, regardless of how I look. This is just so that people don't recognize me. Or take my pretty privilege. Ooh. Insert, like, little cheeky wing there. Look, reality of it is, people will always try to hurt you. People will always try to form an opinion about you because the uncertainty scares them. The best you can do is just sit there. The way I did it, I sat down, I looked at videos, I started thinking about it. It's a step-by-step process. You're not gonna go here and then the next step you fucking don't care. No. There's going to be like, imagine it as like a little video game. So you start here like dum 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 dum, and then suddenly you run into the first problem and you will go like ah! But it will. But you will realize when you end, you're still here. You still need to learn. You're still thriving. Even if it doesn't seem like in that moment. Right? And you're not gonna break your legs. You're gonna land and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's fine. It's fine to fall down. It's fine to start over. The only thing is that you keep trying. And I know it's so hard. I know it's so hard, baby. It's hard for everyone. Life is hard. And that's one of the things I needed to learn. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I sort of sat there thinking, oh, when I become an adult, I'll get my ass kissed. Like, oh, this kind of says what the fuck. No, it's just not how it works. You can start imagining a life you want, but your ass will not be kissed. You need to put in the work. Now, you're gonna go like, oh, Fino, everyone else does tell me that. How the fuck do I do it? I'm gonna give you a list, right? First of all, and I want you to write this down. I want you to bring a pen and paper and write this down. Why? Because you're already taking action. Just by writing this down, you're already taking an actionable step because it's going to be there. You're going to look at it. You're putting some physical form into it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for you to bring a paper. I'm also so sorry that my pot noodle is just boiling in the background, but chill with that, okay? So, now that you brought a pen and paper, or if you haven't found one yet, pause the video, come back to it. Assuming you have a pen and paper with you, start writing down what kind of a life you want to have. Do you have, if you want to have more money, write that down. If you want to have, I don't know, a house, new friends, or just something that you would like to enjoy, right? Having a house by the beach. Something like that. Now that you wrote those down, I want you to write step 2. Step 2, what are you going to do to achieve it? I'm going to start working more. I'm going to start spending less. I'm going to do this and that. When I tell you that I brought the shittiest food in the world to save up money for one singular trip for an entire month, right? I was just sitting there and I was thinking, I'll have a pot noodle for breakfast, and I will have some fruit. I could literally show you my fridge. There is like this much amount of vegetables in there, everything else not edible. I actually probably got more vodka than a proper meal, right? Poverty is not a step back. Poverty will teach you how to spend your money wisely, okay? It's okay. It's okay. I say that I do not live in poverty, by the way. This is what you're looking at? That's my house. My house, bro. My house, bro. Why? I worked hard for it. And you can too. Alright? So, step 3. What is anyone else going to do for you to achieve it? Here's the short answer. Probably nothing. Your parents may help, but they're always going to talk about it. Your friends may help, but they're always going to talk about it. You need to start prioritizing what you want over somebody else's opinion. Because I could say, I want to be a YouTuber. And you know what my friends will say? Some of my friends, some of my haters, some fucking nobody out there. You're not gonna make it. Why would you even start in the first place? No, that's not how it works. That's simply not how it works, man. You start. You take baby steps. And then suddenly all that noise will stay in the back. It will stay in the back. You'll start to feel better. You start to do things that you love. And your life starts becoming better. Because everyone else's opinion is just noise. They're not gonna live your life. They're not gonna live your life, boo. And when you're up there, right? Up, right here where you want it. After, you get up here. Because you learn to build a bridge over these little dips in your life. I'm gonna tell you something a little bit personal, right? I used to live with an ex. At the time it was very toxic. I don't want to get into too much, but he was very toxic. He told me, oh, we're never gonna be able to afford a house. We're never going to be able to do this and that, right? He lived in this cycle of spending, whining, bitching. So he told me all of these limiting beliefs, the can'ts and the don'ts. And look at me. I'm here without him. I dodged a toxic relationship. I dodged somebody that will ruin my life because they're constantly talking about me, they're constantly at it, living so much differently than me. And I got a house. I got a house because I dodged all that shit. If I was still with him, if I allowed his toxic bullshit and his toxic ways, I wouldn't have this. You gotta learn how to let go. It's very fucking painful. It's very painful. I've been there, I've done that. I've I spend nights alone, crying. I spend days thinking about it, but I never regretted it. Why? Because I achieved something I wanted. And this is why it's so important for you to try to apply these things in your life and block out all the noise. Just like how I do it, right? Sometimes I go out and I just put my headphones in because I don't want to hear what others are talking about around me. Sure, I'm a woman. For me, it's unsafe to have both of these in, but it's okay, don't worry. I can take care about myself. And if you feel like you don't want to do that, that's fine. Have one earphone out. Be safe, but ignore all the noise. Ignore them because they don't live your life. If they were to live your life, they would live how they are living. Do you want to live how they live? No. I mean, sure, I can say I want to be the next Shakira, but I don't want to live how she lives. I want to live different. I don't speak Spanish or Espanol, sorry. I speak different languages. Not what she speaks, because I'm not interested. So why are you applying something that's come from here to here? Same with your parents, same with your parents, same with your friends, same with your fucking family, man. It doesn't matter. Do they live the life you want? No. Don't take their opinion. I could ask my sister. Oh. How would you go about this? She can give me an advice. And now, here's where you come in. Imagine this scenario. Whether it's with your sister, with your family, they can always give you an advice. They can always give you an opinion. It's your point whether you're gonna take it or not. If you think it's a valid option, go for it. If it's outside noise, no, you can do that, no, this is better. As long as it's not hurting anyone, it's fine. It's fine. You're okay. You're here. You're grounded. Right? But you gotta take action. Ignore the noise. You are you. Be better. And if you ever get into that little cycle, write it down. Write it and go like, doesn't have to be pen and paper. You can write it down on your phone, which I'm like recording on. What did they say? How did it affect me? What can I take away from it? They said I cannot do this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why can't you do it? 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 You can fucking do it. You can do it. It's fine. You can do it. Believe in yourself. If everyone proceeded like, oh, I cannot do it, there would be nothing around us. There wouldn't be houses. Go back to Ooga Booga times. Ooga Booga, right? I'm just trying to grab something for dramatic effect. So you go Ooga Booga. Me build house. Other person goes like, You want build house? You stupid. Who need house? We have cave. No, no, no. Me build house. Me want temporary warmth. Ooga booga, you crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it a little bit more fun because there is an irony to it. There is some fun about it, alright? Don't take everything too seriously. Life is a trial and error. That's always what you gotta remember, okay? And I think that wraps up my little speech. So, keep smiling. If you're not happy, it's okay. Times will change. It will be ups and downs. You're okay. But please, start learning how to shut the noise out. Because once you shut it out, it's so much better. Alright? Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Take care of yourselves. And see you guys in the next video.